Hello and welcome back to Alison McWhinnie podcast, where we have conversations on business and well-being success. And as you know, I am a huge animal lover and I'm also a fully trained animal healer as well. And I'm thrilled to be chatting today with a lovely lady called Agnes Strzechowska. I will be calling her Agnes throughout because that is the name that I can cope better with, who is a lady with a unique combination of skills. So Agnes is an animal healer too, and she's also a specialist in canine behaviour. And we will be talking about the link between animal emotions and canine behaviour. Now, to give you some background on Agnes, she's quite an impressive lady, multiple award winner. So if I just go through her awards to give you a feel for that. So 2022 Business Excellence Awards, and Agnes won an award for Best Separation Anxiety Trainer and Puppy Dog Training Provider for South West London. Prestige Awards 2022 Dog Training Service of the Year. Southern Enterprise Awards 2022 Dog Trainer of the Year South London. Global Award 2022-23 Dog Trainer of the Year. Prestige Award winner 2023-2024 Separation Anxiety Specialist of the Year. Agnes's specialist areas include IMDT Accredited Dog Trainer, Dog Training College Level 3 Specialist Program Certified Puppy Training Specialist, Certified Separation Anxiety Pro Trainer, the Open College Network Accredited Certification Principles of Dog Training and Behaviour Level 3, AIM Qualification Level 2 in Canine Care and Behaviour, Qualified Energy Healer Emotion Code Practitioner, Qualified Bach Remedies Practitioner, Body Language, Perfect Puppy Foundation, Career as a Dog Trainer, 4 days Practical Instructor, Canine Body Language, Reactive Dogs, Canine Emotion, Dog-to-Dog Interactions, Building Your Dog's Confidence, Animal Healing Training, Dunbar Dog Trainer Academy, Understanding Puppy Development, Overcoming Separation Anxiety, and Resource Guarding. Wow, that's quite an impressive list. Well done, you. Both in all the areas that you have developed and also all your awards as well. Well done. So let's make a start by talking about what is the link between emotions and behaviour in dogs.
So firstly, thank you very much for having me today. It's lovely to be with you today and discover beautiful dog insights. And as you said as well, dogs are amazing.
Yeah.
And the behavior is amazing, emotions are amazing, and everything what you just described, I was quite impressed myself because when I love dogs, so I was just studying. But when you present, it's like, wow, when it will finish. So yes, dogs and emotions, it's something amazing because I always say you can't train emotions.
Mhm.
And when I start working with puppies, dogs at the beginning of my career, I could feel there is still something missing. We did the behavior, we did the training, we work on this behavior, but I could feel there's still something not in the right place. And through the journey of my private life, I discovered that healing, spirituality, emotions, oh my goodness. And then click, emotions drive behavior. So we can't change the behavior until we won't work out the emotions. So that emotions, we have that roots of every behavior. And the humans and the dogs were very similar.
Mm.
And this is where my passion started to going into emotions, into behavior. What is behind the scene? What is trying the tool tells me through that behavior, how they feel inside. That's the beauty.
So, can you stop reactive dog behaviours, for example, chasing cars and cyclists and anything that moves fast on wheels, barking and growling at people they don't know and other dogs they don't know in public places. And if that can be stopped, how can it be done?
So yes and no. I'm not gonna say yes or no because we never know.
Mm,
We never know only because it's the brain, it's that associations with the fear, with the reactivity. So I always say reactivity is reactions to action. So where is that emotional connection to that reaction? What causing that I need to bark, I need to lunge, because each one might have a different emotional root. With the cars, it can be the movements, because the people move very fast with the hands.
mm,
And this makes the dog, oh my goodness, I feel insecure. At the same time, with the kids, they run. We have, again, speed, movement. So we need to always divide what is really the trigger and work on that emotional level. If it's causing that fearfulness, I'm insecure, I need to go back, and that's why I need to protect myself by being aggressive. Because when we look at the dog who is barking, lounging, making all that fast, huge, noises, etc., it's like, oh my goodness, he's aggressive. But when you look inside, the same is like with people. People who argue a lot, loud, they're mostly insecure because this way they control the environment.
mm,
This way, how they can treat the others, be stand there, don't move. They feel safe. They feel in control of the environment. So I always look at the dog, what is really behind this behavior. And yes, if we work it out through that emotional stage, we release that fear, insecurity. Sometimes it's the noise sensitivity as well. It's like, oh my goodness, it's too much for me. And sometimes, like people react differently, the same dogs differently. We can't build that positive associations with those objects.
mm.
That's the beauty, because if we don't understand fully what is inside, how we can change that?
Yeah.
We can't change without really deep understanding what is behind the scene.
It's about getting right to the core, isn't it?
Yeah,
And I think it's rather like, if you have a headache, yes,
yeah,
you can take a paracetamol or a Disprin or whatever, and that will get rid of the headache perhaps, but it's not actually getting to the cause of the headache. It's
yes,
kind of blocking it.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the always key. I always go to the root. I
Mm.
will try this way, that way, this, sometimes like if you close the door, I will go for the window. If the window will close, I will find different way. Only because if we understand, we can change.
Yeah.
So as I said, as well, it's pain. My goodness, pain is the biggest reactive behavior in dogs. And it's very often forgotten. Because we humans sometimes think, yes, I have headache, as you said. You communicate with me. You name it through the words. Or my tummy hurts. We humans, we can name it. But dogs, they feel it. They
Mm.
can't name it, but they reacting through the behavior.
Mm.
And there is a biggest mistake for any owner that they really don't think that the dog can feel pain.
Mm.
It's so common. It's like, and that's why when I have reactive cases, always I go as a first approach. Depends on the age as well. The age is very important, but for me, it's always vet, food, sleep, and if it's overstimulated or understimulated. Because all those aspects, they play always a very significant role for the brain to be ongoing.
Mm.
But the pain as well is number one. Because if you If you are in the pain, you are irritated, frustrated, grumpy, you can't sleep. If it's the tummy, you have pain in the tummy at the same time. So you are irritated.
Mm.
So you showing through your behavior, barking, lounging, biting, jumping.
Yeah.
So it's a lot digging, I have to say.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think sometimes as well, when the dog is a rescue dog,
Yeah.
we don't know what happened
Yeah.
in the early days. And so, their behavior probably does make sense if we knew the full background.
So yeah, so when I've got the rescue dogs, in one way I always ask them, is another thing what I do, but at the same time I watch the body language. I observe their reaction. No matter what is around them, it's really a macro behavior, a macro observation. Whatever change in the environment, I always pay attention to the behavior, ear, eyes, breath, movements. That's the macro will give you that, actually the car, so something with the car. Now we
Mm.
change the sound, we change the speed, we change the movements. So we're breaking into macro, macro, macro,
Mm.
which I love. I love analyzing. I love a detective job.
Mm. And of course, you are an animal communicator as well, aren't you?
Yes.
On top of just watching the behavior.
Yeah, so I always ask them, I hear them, so I listen to them actually. And then it's like, okay, we try this way, we'll see, both. So I like to really communicate, but on that level where they accept, and I can see, okay, step back. It's like, I don't like this way. So it's like, so this is what you mean
Mhm.
by, because sometimes they saying the words and I need to think about as a whole sentence. Sometimes they tells you all the story and it's like, okay, let me to catch up. It's beautiful, but it really depends on the dog, on the rescue dog, how much they want to open. And I respect that.
Mm. Absolutely. Separation anxiety can be quite a problem. What
Yes.
causes that and how can this be remedied?
So in one way, separation anxiety, it's something what we can't name it as a what it's causing. Sometimes what I observe as well with the puppies. So separation anxiety can be linked as a breed passed through generation. So that's one thing as well. Another thing is like from the puppyhood. And I love this section because when clients contact with me, it's like my dog has separation anxiety. And it's like, how old is puppy? 10 weeks. It's like, yes, it's quite common because they're just very quickly taken away from mom. They follow you. They don't know what to do. But when we have a pure separation anxiety, so it is moment when the dog is not able to stay home alone. That's the separation anxiety. It's very quickly mixed that, oh, the dog is following me. I can't be on my own. Or they want to be during the night with me. It's because they're looking for the company. So the separation anxiety is the moment where the dog can be home alone. And now it's the beauty of this. Some dogs, yes, they have that challenge. They need to be guided through that special protocol steps to build that confidence. And we're building through this baby steps because dogs need to think, they need to feel those emotions. And we need to always give them, yes, you can do it. Yes, look, you've got this. This is how we encourage through the positive reinforcement, through the positive association. But with the puppies, it's a beautiful story because we humans, we love puppies.
Mm.
Small, fluffy, I will take care of you. So what we create, we humans, because we love our puppies so much, we create that attachment. I will take you everywhere with me because you are so small and fluffy. I will show you to my friends. I will take you. But for the puppy, it's like, I'm all the time with her or with him. So we are good friends. So by the time when the puppy is like 6 months, it's like, oh, you are too big to go with me everywhere, or I'm in the rush, or etc. The dog is like, huh, you're leaving me behind. And then it's like, oh, the puppy doesn't know how to be on his own or
Mm.
her own. The same making decisions. This is where I always put the pressure with the puppies to make that opportunity for the dog to make the right decision, to create that independence, that confidence, because then the dog learns more about him, herself, and then they're okay with everything what is around. But if the owner take care of them so much, I will do this for you, I will do this for you, I will do this for you, then it's actually, I don't know how to be, how to
Mm.
live without you.
Mm.
More about that attachment. So when I've got clients, they are quite kind of attached to the dog, I separate them.
Mm.
And it's like, I glue it. I love the term glue. Sometimes we glue it, sometimes we unglue it. And I keep them separately. I put in that place where the puppy has their own time, the owner has own time, different rooms, different, activities, just to build that confidence for the puppy to build that I can do this on my own.
Yeah. I suppose part of it possibly could be that dogs are pack animals, and in the wild, they would not have a leader of the pack going off to work or going off on a work visit somewhere overnight and what have you. And so it must be quite daunting that a key member of the pack goes off.
Yeah. And it's like, what
What
shall
happened?
what shall I do? It's like, Mom,
Are they coming back?
what can I do with myself? You did an entertainment. And this is something as well what I see with parenting. Parents are so focused to keep the kids engaged that when actually the parents is busy, the child is like, Mom, Dad, what shall I do? It's
Yeah,
only that we care so much, we do something for them, but we forget to teach them.
to stand on their own 2 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's the beauty.
yeah. What are the golden rules that demonstrate the key to successful dog training?
Well, I always say patience,
Lots of it.
patience, understanding, building that, as we spoke before, that independence, listening to the dog, because quite often is that I know what my dog think, wants, etc., but it's from the owner perspective.
Hmm.
From me, what I think. I always try to teach all my clients, listen to your dog. He might have a different point of view. He might have different preferences. It doesn't mean it's wrong or right. It means that it's still being. The same is with the relationship. We have husbands and wives and, daughters, sons, everyone. We are humans beings. Everyone is unique. Mm, I always repeat constantly, understand your dog, communicate, respect the boundaries, and be patient. Let the dog to think, to use the brain, what I should do, how I should behave. Of course, through that beautiful training, cues, etc. But at the end, the dog is winner, the owner is winner,
Mm,
everyone is happy, and they're in their own being, personalities, emotional stage, everything. What is the beauty about that?
yeah. And how should dogs be socialized?
Slowly, very slowly, because now what I can see over the years with that dynamic of people, because we need to remember time speeding. We can see that in ourselves that we do lots of things very quick, 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 quick. We get tired. Imagine now a young puppy with fresh brain which is, growing and building with the data. Smell, vision, noises, everything is a data for the brain. They get very quickly overwhelmed. So if we don't understand that body language of the signs, I am enough, I am done, I don't like it, I'm fearful of the situations, I don't feel right, okay, I want to sleep. We push puppy. When we push against their will, against their brain capacity, we actually breaking a bit. So we break that associations into being a torture. So it's that pain we create. We create that forcing to do something. And when the brain is tired, frustrated, in the fearful state, they don't learn anything positive because all the negativity is inside. So I always say, firstly, understand your puppy through the personality. Understand how the puppy, because every dog has different signs, shows that I have enough, I'm done, I'm fearful, I'm anxious, irritated, frustrated. Each one has different body language signs. Then introduce to one trigger, build that, okay, I'm confident with that, I'm okay. And then second and third and fourth. Don't rush. There is no speeding. There is no race. Build confidence one by one. So the brain really can process, the brain can learn, the brain can associate with all those emotions because emotions are the most important part of processing those triggers as well. So it's really everything connected.
Yeah. What advice do you have for calming your dog down?
Oh, my favorite one, to be honest. So it really depends again on the personality because sometimes so calming can be like a double espresso for the dog. And this is what I can see sometimes. Ice cube. Very simple. You give the ice cube, licking release endorphins, calm down. But there are puppies, they get wild. So always check what works for every dog. Then I've got calm licking mat. I actually got here. I love licking mat. It's number one. And I always recommend that one. Smooth. It's like yoga for the body. And when we put all that surface with a yummy yogurt or what dogs loves, is releasing and taking off that pressure, taking off that tensions, taking off everything. It's like massage for the body. But if we have impatient dog, quick ADHD dog, those licking mud actually can cause more frustration because they're impatient to take the food from the grid. So that's why we always need to check what is working for our dog. If we've got that after licking mud or ice cube, more bossy, and it's like, okay, what next? What next? Or it's like, okay, I go sleep. I'm done. And as well, I've got like 3 different cues: snake, touch, and find it. This I call the management skills, and recently I've done the course online. I love them because when we are outside, we don't have leaking mud to calm down the dog. We don't have ice cube to calm down the dog. So we have those management skills to really unblock the brain, to calm down that hitting groove on that emotional level, which I love. I love snake. And this gives as well owner the time to calm down. Because owners, when they are stressed, the dog is stressed. If the owner is anxious, the dog is anxious. If the owner is reactive, the dog can be reactive too. So those, I love snake, and I've noticed that the owners always calm down themselves as well. So yeah,
I have actually used those techniques. So I don't have a dog myself, but I sometimes look after other people's dogs or maybe take them for a walk. And I was with a particular dog who reacted over a car passing by. And I managed to get her behind a tree and looking at me rather than the car.
yeah.
And she sat down and looked at me and I did the snake and totally resolved the situation.
I'm
And
so
the
happy
car escaped.
because you see, when you are focused on something, you don't see what is around you.
Yeah, yeah.
And imagine I have amazing cheese or chicken. It's like, car? Car? Who bothers about the car? I love this. Thank you for sharing because it always melts my heart when the dog from that panic is actually okay. I manage that environment. I manage the situation. And this is where actually owners like you,
Mm.
it's like, yeah, I take care of you. So
Mm.
you don't escalate.
Yeah.
And this way you build through the repetitions, through that time of repetitions, the car is yummy chicken.
Yeah. I had a training treat in my hand
Yeah,
and I was doing the snake and she was following
yeah,
the movement of my hand and then I gave her the treat and situation over.
yeah. I love it. Thank you. Amazing queen.
Now I want the car to come past to practice again.
You see, now you can't wait for the car.
Yeah, now I've got the issue.
Amazing learning now. Your brain has a positive association.
Yeah.
And you're laughing. You can't wait for this car.
Mm.
Only because you were successful with the dog during this exercise.
Mm.
And you see, it's all that brain.
Mm.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
Win-win, win-win. Talk us through your
Oh,
training, healing, communication
oh,
process.
oh my goodness, it's a long topic, which I love. So we don't have much time. So for me, the healing is really setting up the dog free through that pain. So when I had the abusive dog, Chance, oh my goodness, I was crying. And when when I do the healing, I always have that behavior at the background because I like to have the picture of everything, behavior, emotions, and the dog's version and the owner version. Because it's all about being, it's all about communication, energy. So that healing, when I do the healing, I take off that pressure of the dog on that emotional level. Then I listen to the dog. And really, I've got sometimes that vision, which gives you the answer why the dog behaves in a certain situations. And to be honest, sometimes owners has no idea.
Mm.
So the journey which I started from, as I said, from that being a trainer, missing those emotional traits to help them on the emotional level. Then I had amazing German shepherds with the separation anxiety and epilepsy, and I could feel emotional blockage. And then when I started healing myself, I started hearing dogs. I started hearing those stories. Then I was able, so then I finished my qualifications because it's like, oh my goodness, I can do that. Emotion code, it's amazing because we're going straight to the subconscious. And the subconscious is our database, is our chat GPT, I call this now. Ask the question, chat GPT give you the answer. Ask the questions to your subconscious, it will give you the answer. So that communications allowed me really to spot what is behind the scene through the dog experience, what actually the owner didn't pick up and even I didn't pick up. But when we have that answer, it's a beautiful puzzle which turn into the beautiful picture because we understand why the dog was behaving in a certain way when I was still thinking maybe it's a behavior problem, maybe it's the pain problem, but actually something completely different.
Mm.
And that's why I love listening to the dogs. And I always give them the space to share what they want, how much they want. Sometimes I had Dakota, she was amazing. She said, okay, this and this and this. She was wearing one. And I said, okay, tell me more about this. It's like, no, you find with the owner name. It's like, seriously? So with the owner over the WhatsApp, we were just swapping what actually Dakota was thinking. and saying by those words. And we have amazing, results because this is exactly what she meant.
Mm.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Wonderful. What are the key body language signs owners should be on the lookout for so they can read their dogs better?
Everything. So I always say, look at the dog firstly, but always scan the environment.
Mm-hmm.
Waggy tail is not the only one communication. And this is what is the biggest challenge for owners. Oh, waggy tail, the dog is happy. Waggy tail, this way, is the anxious dog. This is
Right.
that stressed dog. This is insecure dog. I call this a shark. Shark going this way or that way. Shall I attack and get my victim or not? We need to look into the face, body, eyes, ears, lips. Today I had consultations and the dog was approaching to the another dog and there was and I said to the owner, "Are you aware what does it mean?" And it's like he was testing something, and I said, "No, it's the stress sign."
Yeah.
Because at the same time, when the dog is like, or maybe I will take this eye. You feel the tensions in the body. And this is the moment when actually the dog is checking what happens to me. And the muscle are important too. Ears, eyes. We have 1 pound eyes. Where is that going on? Then it's almond. Oh my goodness, I'm so relaxed. It's like, we have that white eye with that white under. When it's like we call this humans, we call this that side eye look, something like that. I always mix that. Kids always correct me. So it's like, I am okay, I am not okay. Do I need to run away or I can't? So basically, it's that moment when the dog is standing and it's like, and checking. But you can feel the tensions here. Ears, forwards, back, tensions, ears, muscle here, wrinkles. Tail, happy tail, to be honest, happy dogs has a soft body. It's dancing. So when the dog is happy with the tail, it's moving. When you have that shark body, tensions in the body and the tail is this way like a shark, you can feel the tension, the stress. That's the signs like, something is going on around the dog. So what is happening, we look at the dog, we pick up the messages, and we're checking what caused that behavior. So it's not itself in the dog, we're just always going around the dog. It's like, okay, car, kids, bicycle, buggy, too many things going on. As well, nose, something in the air. Smell can treat the dog as well. And sometimes happens that, actually it happens with my Lexi one day, that she wanted to go opposite way. It's like, hey, we're going always this way. This is, it was her routine as well. But she refused. And I was checking and she was going back and going back, and the head was moving like that on the side. So for me, when the dog turns the head like that, it's not that, okay, stretch me here.
No.
We're going this way.
Yeah.
I want to escape. So we went back. The next day, no problem. She went through this place, the same place. Something was in the air, what caused her reaction. So always trust your dog. Don't be, oh, the dog is stubborn, because now who is stubborn? The dog or that I or owner who wants to go opposite way? Watch your dog, listen to your dog, and follow your dog. They know what they want.
Yeah. And I think also with dogs, they're aware of a far wider area than we are.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely.
I mean, to give you an example, when I visit a friend and I drive to see this friend who has this dog, and quite often when I arrive, they will say, "My dog knew you were coming about 15 to 20 minutes before you actually arrived."
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
I'm driving, so I hope I don't smell so bad that they're picking up my scent through the car and everything. But it could be,
Never thought about that.
I don't know, my car's engine and the way I
Yes,
drive or something like that. But invariably they pick up that I'm on the way about a quarter of
exactly.
an hour before I arrive.
They have amazing sense, and I trust them better than sometimes myself,
Yeah.
only because this the ears, eyes, and nose is incredible.
Mm,
And the same is as you said, the dog knew you were coming. My
yeah.
previous dog knew about my ex-husband when he was on the special traffic lights, and I knew it. Okay, I've got 10 minutes. I was tidy up very quickly, or preparing the meal very quickly, or depends what I was doing. I just knew he's coming. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was amazing alarm. Depends what I was doing, of course. But dogs are amazing in terms of communication.
Mm,
If only we know what they tells us, the relationship just flourish.
mm,
And it's, this is what I always teach my clients because it's long-term relationship. And you want to have the best, loving, unbreakable relationship with your dog
mm.
and the healthy one.
Yeah, absolutely.
The healthy one, not that I own you, you do what I told you, because that is owing. This is, completely different
Mm,
relationship. It's not what I do. I create that bond where the owner look at the dog. I know what you mean.
mm.
I know what you tell me on the different situations.
Yep. Emotion code. Let's just touch on the emotion code. What is the emotion code and how does it work?
So emotion code is the part of the energy healing. So we humans, we think that, we are humans, but at the same time, we are energy magnetic fields. When you go into that a bit of spirituality, manifestations, all this stuff, you can hear actually, you attract who you are,
Hmm.
not what you want, but who you are. And who we are inside is based on the emotions, negative, positive. Now, where is coming from that negativity? It can be from the childhood, from the ancestors, everything. It's all based on the emotions. And the same way it's with dogs. They absorbing emotions from the mother flu, placenta. They have ancestors the same as we have. So emotion code is that moment where we can release those trapped emotions, those negative emotions from our body or from the dog. Because I hear owners as well and the dogs and humans. So we release those trapped emotions from the body, from the subconscious, so the energy can flow because we are energy. Yes, we have blood, which we, by the science, like we can see the blood, etc. But inside, when we go through this deeply, we are about energy. Why we attract a certain people? Because we are a certain being.
Yeah.
Why, for example, I know someone will call me because I was thinking about that person. It's the energy. So is that energy fields? We are like a magnet. We attracting. So when we attracting, we blocking our energy fields through that negative associations, negative experience. And then it's causing that imbalance. We're causing that sickness, illnesses, being upset, frustrated, irritated, all this stuff, only because they've got the meaning. They've got the story to say.
Mm,
Example, aggression. Okay, yeah, aggression is the emotion. But why do you feel that aggression? What caused that aggression, that trigger, wake it up. And the same is with the dogs. Why are you reacting to this car? So what's happened in the past that you have that fear towards cars now? What block that energy feels that actually you can be balanced, relaxed, confident? It's only, so it's like we have that energy fields and we have that fear blocking.
Yeah.
And now you can see there is no energy flow.
No.
It's imbalance. So what the emotion code does, when we connect with that intentions, depends what we want to release, we actually remove this. And then we flow. And that's the beauty. That's why the dog is calm, because we removed that bridge, that stopping, that blockage. I love emotion code. I love it. And what is amazing about that is all in the subconscious again. So we tidy up the subconscious. It's all. We clear the database. We delete what is not serving us, what is not serving dogs. And recently I had cats as well. The cats started coming to me because they feel as well the same as all of us. Because emotions are such a powerful thing, tool, whatever. I don't know how to name it, but the group of bringing that imbalance in our life, bringing that pain, and then we have the illnesses, chronic pain, chronic stress, cancer, migraines, back pain, shoulders pain is all really based on the emotions.
So it's like pressing the restart button.
Yeah.
And clearing.
Yeah. But it takes time. It only takes time because what I love about emotions, they have their own rules. You can't speed them up. You release how much they want to be released. Each problem has many layers. They decide which layers needs to be released to get to the core of the problem. I love emotions. Honestly, the more I learn about them, it's like, mind-blowing.
Now, you've also specialized in Bach flower recipes.
Yes.
How do these remedies benefit dog owners, and can they also be used on dogs?
Yes, so they're safe. So Bach remedies are safe for everyone, including babies. We have two different types with the alcohol and based on the glycerin, so non-alcohol. And Bach remedies, we have 38 remedies for every emotion. So it's amazing because wherever we connect, we go through, we can take the right remedy to help us to release. And it's amazing for dogs and for dog owners because it's all about emotions.
Yeah.
So it's no different who takes them. When I did my qualifications, some of my students, my colleagues, they practice that on the guinea pigs, some on with the horses, some even with the plants. Plants, they've got their own energy too, which is amazing because depends how they grow, which way they go. It's not only related to the sun, it's related to the energy as well. Because they always go to the positive energy. And when I was reading about that, it was amazing. So when the energy, negative energy is blowing to the flowers, they were growing opposite way. So the same like dogs and humans, when we have that negativity, we removing ourselves. So we're going into opposite direction. Plants as well. So Bach remedies depends what we feel. It can be for loneliness. It can be for depressions. We have different reasons of the depressions as well. So we need to dig deeper again what the depressions means. Or if I've got fear, okay, do you know the name of the fear or none? Because we have two different remedies. If it's more terror, fear, then we had the third remedy. I love Bach remedies.
And are they safe with other treatments as well?
Yes,
They
yes.
are.
Usually with the dogs, I give non-alcoholic
Yeah.
based on the glycerin, just to be on the safe side. Even
Sure.
though they always say, but I know more dogs have the sensitive tummy. So just to be on the really double safe side, I always give that non-alcoholic. And of course, if the person or whoever wants the normal based on the brandy, that's the wish. But they're absolutely safe for everyone.
Yep. Turning to heart wall, what is heart wall healing?
Oh my goodness, heart wall. So we all have heart. And when we have a negative experience, the same with dogs, abusive, or we have that rescue, so they went through quite a lot. Imagine this is the heart. We put one wall to protect ourselves from humans. We have another wall to protect ourselves from being hurt. The second, so really depends what is going on. We protect our heart, so we build the wall around the heart. But at the same time, what does it mean in the long term when the heart is around the walls? We stop connecting with ourselves. We stop feeling. We dying inside. This is the moment when actually I'm afraid to have any relationship. I'm afraid to change the job because I don't believe in myself, because I had so many situations and I protect my heart from this pain. Dogs abusive from the humans as well. I protect from the hand movement, from the voice, from the body. Sometimes even I had that abusive dog who was more reactive to women than men, which means the woman was the main one who abused. And when I was doing the heart wall, I could feel feminine energy. And then I asked the foster, and it's like, yeah, it was a woman more than man. So this is all about protecting ourselves, but at the same time, disconnecting from the energy fields, from what give us the energy to be alive.
And creating more blockages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what happens then? We have problems with the joints. We have cancer. We have diabetes, epilepsy. All this is connected with emotions, and each emotions has the root of each illness. It really depends which one is more, which one is deeper. And sometimes when I heal the dogs and owners as well, I've got always my book and I always read about every illness to give me a bit of that idea which emotions cause that. And then I check the environment, behavior, and I do my dots. And then, okay, it makes sense why you've got this disease.
Mm.
It's honestly, humans being dogs, we are so smart. Body, I would say, honest body. It's so smart and speak louder than we can imagine.
Yeah.
We just need to learn to listen. Learn to listen our dogs, listen ourselves, listen our children, anyone around. Because whoever behaves in a certain way, there is always pain and reason for that.
Mm.
And this is all based on our heart as well. And most rescue dogs, abusive dogs, when I do the healing, they ask for heart wall.
Oh.
They ask, even I always go with that intentions what the owners want, and sometimes it's like, no, I want the heart wall. It's like, how do you know that? It's like, it's obvious. I love, and I had most of rescue dogs. It's like heart wall.
Mm.
It's like, are you sure? It's like, yeah. And then I check through the muscle testing. This is how I release. It's like, yeah, you really want the heart wall.
Mm.
It's like, of course I want the heart wall because I know what I need.
Yeah. They're very intelligent, aren't they? They really,
Very, very, we just underestimate them.
yeah,
We
absolutely.
really underestimate the power of their brains, the communication, the telling what is wrong with me.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a fascinating conversation that has covered quite a large number of areas. How can people find you and find out more about your services? Because you run courses as well as have clients, don't you?
Yes, so you can find me on the social media, Pause Agnes, as well Agnes Energy Healing. So I've got both companies where I just combine both together with the training and with the healing. So it really depends what the owner is looking for.
Mm.
But mainly everywhere, to be honest. It's like when I'm thinking now, it's like I'm everywhere. Agnes dot co dot uk is my website, social media, Pause Agnes Build a Bond with the Dog or Agnes Energy Healing, and animal healing on Instagram recently. I started a new account where I put all my beautiful animals, cats as well, and dogs with the review. I'm starting sharing, will be, or maybe we'll say this way, sharing more stories of the healing.
Lovely.
Because I've noticed that dogs are very smart and they can talk until you can want to hear them.
Mm.
And I think if I will share more stories, how smart they are,
Mm.
how sometimes they are damaged inside, we humans, we start seeing them completely differently. We start seeing not a dog, not a pet, but being.
Yeah. And very sentient beings.
Yes, who
Yeah.
has their own brain, and the brain is that motor of everything. The same like as with humans. So that's why I always say, look at your dog as a being.
Mm.
And then honestly, for the owner, it's like, I can feel the heart open.
Mm.
It's like, wow. It's a magical moment. And it always make me cry.
Oh.
Always, because I can feel it.
Mm.
I can feel when the owners open the heart to understand the dog, finally,
Yeah.
I can hear them. It's like, finally, you've told them what to do because this way they create the relationship. They create that bond, that understanding, communication. And this is what I always want for every owner and for every dog because they will be forever together.
Yeah. And it helps improve the relationship and the bond and everything. And I think also dogs are such sentient beings, they probably pick up
Yeah.
more on emotions in other humans and other dogs than we do.
Yes, and actually, I'm glad you mentioned that because I had a dog during the healing as well when he absorbed the depressions of the owner.
Yeah.
He just took it. And this is what we are not aware of, that dogs, to help owners,
Mm.
they take the emotions.
Mm.
And later, they have a different problems with their health
Mm.
because they're taking off. And there is many cases, the grief as well, I will carry on. And the same with humans, when we have empathic humans being, very sensitive, I will help you and I will take the pain. I will carry that pain. So it will be better for you, lighter for you. But actually, no one is better
Mm.
because it's not as well on that person who takes that pain to carry someone else pain at the same time that another person is still in that pain. It's just a bit, different, but it's still in the stage of mind, in the stage of the emotion.
Yeah.
And They need to release that. And there is very often that dogs absorb owners. And always watch, that's why I always watch owners more than dogs. How they move, how they speak, how they hold the lead, because the lead is honestly the transitions of the energy. The way how you hold the lead, it actually today I had amazing the consultations. The owners was holding the lead very tight, and I just relax, you know, and it's like make it loose. It's like a dance. And actually, what he says is like, she never walks this way. And I was there only because the dog was pulling, being frantic on the lead, etc. So it was problem outside. And at the beginning, when I saw the owner holding like that, with all those muscles, how the dog can be relaxed?
With that, yeah.
No way! And dog doesn't understand that my owner is tense, is stressed, because it's like, oh, just in case, I don't know what happened. When he relaxed, she was different. And he said, it's like, I wonder if it's really that way how I was holding the lead. It's beauty. It's such a simple, but at the same time, it's not that simple for people being in that actions, which I understand. Because they're so focused on the dog, they stop paying attention to themselves.
Yeah.
We need to pay attention to ourselves too.
And how we're coming across.
Yes, because this is how it's reflecting the dog, because of those emotions.
It's like they're a mirror in some respect. Yeah.
This is another topic, to be honest. I can talk about that all day. But mirror, I can see mirror reflections and why specific dog comes to the specific family.
Yeah.
What they need to teach them.
Yeah.
And I can see that. And later when we finish our training, it's like, yeah, you were right. It's like, yeah, because I could first hear and feel it, but I can't say it's like, okay, you need to this and this and correct. We need to twist that a bit.
Yeah.
We need to allow owners to feel those emotions. Where is that pain? Why I need to control? Why I can't let go? Because it's all about that security as well. When I control dog, I know what happens in the environment. And this coming from the childhood, when the child was controlled by the parent. It's beautiful, but I said, I think we will need another day for that. But mirror is something what I can see each time, every time.
It's a much bigger subject than dog training, isn't it? It's
Yes.
a whole plethora of things.
Exactly. And when you have that awareness from that emotional level, that spirituality, because as well we have past life. When I do healing, I see past lives of the dogs. One dog was a wild horse. That's why he was mad on the collar and on the lead. Because he could feel those emotions when he was trapped by humans. And he was a wild horse. Freedom. Nothing on the body. And when we release that, and when the owner understood, it's like, yeah, it makes sense now. And that owner actually, that understanding make them soft. Because it's compassion. I understand why you behave this way. So when we have all this, it's subject, wow. It's huge. And sometimes when I train puppies, I always check every single angle. And I had amazing puppy. 2 weeks, she was disengaged. I was tired. I don't want to study. And it was part of her past life. She was amazing. She was old, not a young lady with the cigarettes. It's like, I don't want to study from the convoy's time, but she was very sensitive to noise. Any reaction, she always checking. But she was so confident inside that I don't have to study. It's not for me. And when we discovered that, especially with that noise sensitivity, because those times you have that gangs, pistols, convoys, it was very old time. we understood, so the owner understood that reactions to the windows, to the noise, so it was more compassion to her and understand, okay, let's go. So it was completely different approach.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when we realized what was causing that behavior, the dog did switch like that. And the next training, she was smashing. She was
It's
focused.
possibly because the dog now feels supported and understood.
Yes, and as well, what
Yeah.
happens with emotions, they want to be heard,
Yeah.
they want to be noticed, and then to listen to their stories, why I was behaving that way. When we have those informations, they disappear.
Yeah.
Because I've been noticed, I've been heard, my job is done. You know what happens to me. And this is part of the past life. And sometimes we humans as well, we have that. They just want to be noticed and heard
Mm.
and to give that love, understanding. And
Mm.
she smashed. Oh my goodness, she came such a brilliant puppy.
Mm.
Training went like that. And I was tearing my hair in the first 2 weeks. What to do to train the puppy because the client wants the puppy training.
Mm.
But she was confident enough to open. I was sitting with her and I said, okay, what's your story? And she just opened. So I gave her that first, she knew me after 2 weeks. I gave her the space. I listened to her. She said everything. I'm ready.
What a wonderful story to finish with.
Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful.
Thank
Um,
you.
well, this time has just flown by. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast and sharing the work that you do and the advice that you've got for us. It's been a really insightful conversation. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having and giving the space as well to share all my experience and yeah, to build that amazing relationship with our dogs. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Lovely to speak with you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye bye.